Alright everybody, another quick video. Rudders are done as far as I can go. I don't have the linkages yet. They forgot, Skymaster, like I said in the last video, forgot the linkages. So servos are in. Flashlight here. Yeah, servo arm for these servos is going to have to be really small. I actually cut mine about 1/8 of an inch shorter than what I could have. So I may have cut them a little too short, but those are just some plastic ones that I had anyways, just to kind of see what size I needed. I've got some metal ones that I'll trim down and put on there. But I'm guessing that's going to be about maybe 3/4 of an inch is the max you're going to be able to get. And I went ahead and cut the little hole there on top. You got to be careful where you put it. There's a bulkhead that runs here, you know, a parallel bulkhead that runs across here with the this piece bolts up to it, and then it actually runs right here. So yeah, I just missed it, which is good. So yeah, the bulkhead's right, careful, right there. So anyway, I just want to show you guys that servos are in, and these simply go down in 2 little holes. I wish they would have used a bigger carbon rod. Those are kind of small. It just seems like a tiny rod for such a big, heavy jet. But apparently it works until the first person has one come off, and then I'm guessing they'll change it. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, just saying it just seems like you would have went thicker, but you may not need it. You don't really go around doing knife edges with this thing anyways. Of course some people do. Yeah, and then you got a bolt. There's a little access hole here on each side, and inside is obviously the bracket with a screw, and you just run your little tool in there and tighten it down. And then up front here, same thing. Actually, I don't know what that's for. Yeah, because that's well ahead of, I don't know what that is, unless there's a wood block in here. I'll have to get in there and look, and then you just put a screw down in there to hold it in, the front end. Should make sense, because if it's tightened in back here, this will have a chance to flex up and down, so I bet you it's just a screw that goes in there. So, but I'll check that and get back to you guys. But rotors are in, turbines are in, elevators are in, the pipes are in. I've got to work on sliding these back. Like, the gap is easy because I pretty much have my 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch gap right now. You can see how much I got about 3/4 of an inch in front of the turbine before I hit this bulkhead, so I don't have to trim anything. But the only thing I've got to work on is the sliding left. This one lined up pretty good, but for some reason that one's off. And it's quite a bit to the inside of the pipe. It needs to go to the outside edge a little bit more, so I'll probably just enlarge the holes and slide it up on the rail, or in on the rail, to get it lined up a little bit better, and then put the other screws in and lock it down. But so rudders, elevators, turbines, pipes are done. I'm going to switch gears and go ahead and glue the fuel stopper inserts in with some high saw. Like I said, I opted to do this instead of the typical mod that I do with like a thin aluminum plate on here. It's just because you're so limited. The main tank was not an issue. I mean, I could have glued it on there, but this will look nicer and cleaner, and especially for these where I didn't have any room. You know, the stopper just barely, I may have to even trim the stopper to get it in there. And no, it fits. So that's good. So the stopper looks like it fits in there good. Won't have to do much. May have to enlarge the hole a little bit. Yeah, but that's just common. I'll glue those in with some High-Sol. So, and then I'll go ahead and hook back the air lines. I'm going to test these air cylinders in some water. These are the ones for the gear doors for the mains. And at that point, I can go ahead and install the servos and stuff into the wings. The only ones that I'll be able to hook up are the flaps, because they didn't include the, like I said, the hardware bag that has the rudder rods also has the slats and leading edge flaps. I'm sorry, slats and spoilers, use rods, and they're with that hardware package. So I'll get working on that, and I'll do as much as I can and get it to the point where I'm waiting on the nose and some rods. So you guys take it easy. I'll get back to it.